I tell everybody it ain't the tractor driving. That's the easy part. It's all this other stuff. But you gotta admit, that looks a lot meaner. That'll haul hay. Kind of like this one with the blackout rims. That's has shiny yellow business back. So it's getting near 2 o'clock, so I guess I'm gonna roll down and bale up my bale of hay. Bring that back in a baler, because if I put 4 of those big bales per trailer, probably looking at about the same weight as a load of squares, so I don't want to get too much carried away. More than that, I don't need any more tire problems today. 2 loads from down there, I want to get that off today because I don't know, it's supposed to rain for like 4 days. Like I said before, that field gets wet fast, and then it's not fun getting bales out of there. I've only had that once, but I wish to avoid it. The other field is fine. I ain't worried about that one. Well, we got just under a 5-footer. That's a lot of screwing around for a 5-footer. It's going straight to the cows too. I felt around in the windrows. It would probably be okay, but the cows will eat it a long time before it ever heats, like tomorrow afternoon. Alright, we're gonna haul a reasonable number of bales. We don't want flat tires, and I gotta take 2 trips here anyway. There's no way to pile them to get it in one, so we'll haul 8 and we'll haul 8. Well, I thought I was gonna sneak right up to that bale right there, because that sharp tail was hiding right behind it. He's probably mad I pushed him out of his shade, but we're not gonna get a very good close-up. Well, no doubt that'll be upon me about the time I get unloaded here, so I could make it in one more load, but I bet it's gonna be raining. And I don't like to stuff wet bales up against each other, so we'll see. Well, I am stubborn. After the last load, it still wasn't raining, and I looked at the radar and decided that I could make it, and I did. She sprinkled a little bit here, but we're fine. And now I got nothing sitting on the field, because I don't like the way this weather looks tonight or the next 3 days. There could be inches of rain, who knows. I don't know how I'm supposed to get rye planted. I need to get the rye in the ground now. This is where a no-till would be very key. That sorghum's gonna frost out and die anyway as soon as there's frost, so why not just drill a rye right into it, and who cares if there's a few sprouting in there. Well, Saturday morning, the 6th here, September, we are going to disc. I have my rye seed. I don't think this is going to be too wet. We've got like 3/4 of an inch of rain lately, but it's soaked in relatively good. I mean, it was kind of dry from the dry days last week, so I'm gonna pick a line here that'll get me to that south fence without too much turning. I'm making it too wide. I'll skip ahead, and usually do this in like 3 strips will do it. I had some video from hauling hay this week and whatever, but there's not much exciting on there, so mostly me driving down the road making comments about dodging raindrops. This is going rather good right up against the fence line down there. I had, oh, it was a little slippery, but not bad. We got through it just fine. So it won't take me too long here. Next pass, I'll move over and start getting my little headland here. Kind of nice, you can get it where it's about 2 passes is all you get left with. Works out all right. Said 33 degrees this morning for the low, but there was a little tinge of frost here and there. I can see some of these, like that younger sorghum regrowth right there, it burnt. There was like frost on the lawn. Threw some plastic over the tomatoes next to the barn and next to the house, and they're just fine. They have lots and lots of tomatoes right now, and they get a couple weeks of ripening yet. After last night, I see at least, it looks like 10 days to 2 weeks with no lows that cold again, so it was probably worth it. This is as close as I'll get to that in case I want to snow blow along these bales. We're preparing for the great gigantic snowy winter they're talking about. They've been so great with the rest of the forecast this year that I don't believe much of that either. To drive forward when I'm looking backwards. Going crooked. Okay, well, probably gonna have to run and get some fuel. I don't have what I thought I had in a tank, so I'll get this done and I'll go get some fuel and I'll go to field B and get that one done. Gonna do everything. We're gonna do one hookup at a time. Heavy disc, light disc, seed it, roll it. I don't know if I can get it done by tomorrow. I ain't gonna rush that terrible bad, but by Monday night I should. Well, when I was done with that field, it was sunny and breezy, and there was it was starting to dry up on top. Well, instead I got this. I don't know where this came from or how long it's supposed to last. It's not helping me any. But I might as well go get fuel since it's raining. I had to put the tank in the truck because in the field. Had to put the tank in the truck because I had it out because I had to use the tonneau cover to cover the seed the other night because it rained the whole way practically down there and back to get seed. So, oh well, we'll see what it does by the time I get back. Well, we're down at field B. That is a lot of stems. A lot of stems have a lot of roots. Makes for some hard pulling. One of the first videos I ever put on YouTube, in the first half a dozen I think, was disking millet stubble, and I haven't grown any millet since then. 320 videos ago or so. I forgot how tight this stuff is. This field also has a few more rocks than I got at home. I've done more big rock digging over there. This lovely dark organic stuff on the south side here. It's a little wetter. Not bad. Kind of staying together and more clumps. I don't know, I might run through this a second time with the heavy disc. We'll see when I'm done. Offset my angle a little bit, then go across them. Start back in the middle. I mean, I'm certainly not going to go crossways on this. I did last fall trying to get rid of that wire grass when the sod was so brutal, but we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Well, the sorghum broke up at home really nice. I guess I'll give this a couple passes today. I'm going back and forth to get the ridges out of it, and then I guess I'll go round and round with the direction of travel. Let it shake out. I know this is a mistake because I'm going to get rained on, but I really want to get both of these fields nice and drill them. I know my germination is better that way. Might have to roll and then drill. This will shake out eventually. I mean, it's not wet, but it's by no means dry either. I mean, looks dry on top, but those root balls are hanging on to. They're big clumps. Not going terrible fast here till we get things smoothed out a bit. That field at home's been worked for 5 years, which was the whole point of getting all of that field was rough like this one. But we'll see what this is like by the end of next year. Probably go back to hay then. Probably put sorghum here next year after the rye. Well, here we are again. I broadcast it on so I can at least get one of them before this thunderstorm. I hope I get one of them because the 6:30 thunderstorm is now 5 o'clock and it's 4:30, so I think I can make it. That's just when they're saying it could come. Their future radar don't look that heavy for us in the beginning. If this roller turns, if it starts raining, this roller's going to turn into a giant mud ball. But it's pouring to the north. So I started seeding and I realized I was set way too heavy. And then I said, well, I like experiments. So, and it's being broadcast on. So it's 150 pounds to the acre. I planted 120 once through the drill, and I couldn't tell the difference between that and a 100-pound field. This was 120, and over on the other side of the house was 100. Wasn't that much difference. This waterway could have used a disc through it at least one more time, but it'll be all right. Rain will flatten it out. We got winter time. It'll be okay. This black hole right here, if it rained an inch in here, I'd be doomed. I'd never get back in here this fall. Now, I can get through it now, but it's soggy in there. Just that one spot. Well, they were right. They said it would start raining at 5. It started raining at 5. Well, I've seen worse. That wet spot is a little bit bumpy. The center ain't beautiful in the waterway, but it ain't bad. It's damp underneath. Where I disced, it dried out on top. We'll see how it washes it in. There's, I don't know, soil contact's okay. Like I said, there's 150 pounds. And it's rye, the miracle grass. So if it's touching dirt, it'll grow. I guess it quit raining now. I mean, look at my, I figured it was about to pour, but oh well. We got it anyway. Well, here we are on Sunday. Whatever the heck it is, date, I forget. I got a few platform rocks. We're rolling field B. 2 inches of rain came on here since I got the other field planted, so I had to run the disc in here a little bit to dry it out. It's kind of wet in that corner yet, but it's okay. It didn't get all rutted up or anything. It was a little sporty discing yesterday, but it's been kind of sunny and a decent breeze since then, so the surface is all right. The roller's not a mud ball. It's actually pretty nice. I just broadcast it on, and as you can see, it's a little lumpy, so it's varying pretty good. I don't see much up on the rolled side. The other field at home sprouted good. When we get back there, I'll show you that. Yeah, stuff like that is just too big to roll down. As you can see, most of what my rock pile is fresh here is big ones. Ain't too bad. I mean, there's a few more that could be picked, but as long as it's rolling them down, I ain't messing with them. I stop. I'll grab some smaller ones if they're right by a big one, throw them on too, but I'll have to drive over here, I suppose, 4 or 5 times with platform rocks. That still needs a box on it. That's what I need, and I just back up and dump the thing. All right, we'll get Rye close up. There it is. It's doubled in size since yesterday. Of course, the weather is warmer than it was when I was making hay. Supposed to be 83 tomorrow or something. Well, it's field B is nicely rolled. I think I had to make 6 trips to the rock pile with platform rocks. Looks pretty good. I don't see anything sticking up over there. It's flatter than this field is, but whatever. There's a little puddle standing back there, and there's a little puddle standing back there, but that's the only year it hasn't done that was 21. When it was so dry, it took, I don't know, it rained in October and November 5-6 inches, and it never even puddled because the ground was so dry.